Really, 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 really. Okay, so I'm not in the best of health. But there's also Donald Trump uh, and his little comments he made yesterday, where he said that, and I quote the New York Times, he would absolutely institute mandatory registration of Muslims. Absolutely. Like no option, nothing of that. Just absolutely. Now, I made a video a while back, a couple months ago, talking about the Florida gun shop owner that wasn't going to allow his services to Muslims. And really, the purpose of making that, not just to report the news or, oh, be contemporary, was to really highlight the fact that there is such a broad generalization of people of a certain religion based on the actions of a few. Look, I'm personally me. I'm Catholic, so I wouldn't be affected by this registry. I don't even knowingly know anyone who's Muslim. Basically, if they are, they haven't admitted it to me or revealed it or said it. So I would not be affected in any way personally, but I'd be very disturbed to actually see that take place. But even then, I can't be quiet about it because it could take what 2, 3 incidents where, so as I said before, I'm Catholic. Catholics went out and did something that was widely condemned, something horrible, some shooting or some murder, and now we have to register all Catholics. That's the kind of mindset that these types of actions incite, apparently, and it just really disturbs me that we live in 21st century America. And it's starting to sound like 20th century Germany because they had comparisons to the Jews registering at Hitler's his time back in the day, and I'm really not seeing too much of a difference here. The next thing you know, they'll have them in the concentration camps. I mean, to put it bluntly, there is no justifiable reason a person should be discriminated against or questioned to such an extent that it violates their rights based on their right of having a particular religion. There's no reason in any meaning of the word freedom that people are going to get persecuted over their religion in such a way that it's allowed by the government. The thing with the guy with the gun shop, he owns that store, and even though what he did, I really don't agree with, and I really think it's kind of actually very ignorant. He has the right to do that, and people can generally avoid that. It's not law to go to the gun store. It's not law to go to any store, so you can just ignore it. Just take that one off the map, and it's gone. But with okay, I personally don't believe Trump will get elected. I don't. I don't. I don't think he has any. He's ever had any real shot. I've thought this whole thing, and yeah, I know leading in Iowa, leading everywhere, but even then, I don't believe this man is going to be sitting up in the Oval Office in January of 2017. I don't believe really anybody in that just that field of Republicans except maybe Cruz and Rubio, and that's about it. It's just amazing to me that we have a person who, out of what thousands, millions of Americans, is in the top 20 or 30 to become the next president of the United States, and it's just completely is making things up like this. How does someone get to that position and have a view that is so distorted, so just not even logical in any sense of the word, and go out and say, oh, well, I'm going to make all these people register for being a religion. Like I said, I'm Catholic. If they made me register over being Catholic, I'd say the same thing. That's the reason I'm reacting the way I am now. Because I'm taking it personally, because it's personal. The Muslim Americans and just Muslims in general, they're people just like me. Yes, some of them go out and do bad things. Some Catholics go out and do bad things. That's just the way religion works. There's no particular behavior pattern set by a religion. I don't care what they talk about. I don't care what they say as far as Islamic terror and all. I don't know. You have people of that religion that don't do good all the time, while there are ones of that religion who do good all the time, who are productive members of society. That should be enough. I shouldn't be turning on the television to the local news station and hearing these stories about, this person says do this and this person says do that. No, there is no reason for a lawmaker, a person who again is in the top 20 people to be the next president. There's no reason why someone of that caliber should have a view this messed up. There's just no reason, and no one can explain this to me. No one can make me say, "Oh man, I get where he's coming from. I get that." Even on any social issue, I can get it. I can get where a person would be opposed to would be in favor of the death penalty, whereas I am not. Uh, Different types of stances on the economy, whatever. Just all these different views I can get. The only one I can't get, except for this, is opposition to same-sex marriage. That still makes no sense to me in any way. But this is the next one. I can't see how anyone would go and say, "Oh yeah, let's make everyone of this religion register." It makes no sense, and it's very, 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 very